Strath spent his first 18 years in Melbourne, Australia. Hopefully I said that right. Always writing songs and playing in different bands. As he was about to finish high school, he applied on a whim to Harvard University. Maybe you've heard of it. After being accepted, Strath spent the next 4 years in Boston, making movies and producing more tracks. It was during this time that he decided to commit to music full time, and so afterwards he graduated and moved straight to Los Angeles, where he works right now on a ton of new releases for 2019 and beyond. I am very honored to have Strath here today on the phone. Strath, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, mate. How are you?
Dude, I'm amazing. I'm super excited to have you on, dude. We got some awesome music here that you're going to share with us today. So tell me a little bit more. So, like, how does that happen? Like, people don't just get into Harvard on a whim, man. Like, walk me through that whole, like, thought process and that whole scenario.
Yeah, so it was kind of, it's sort of a little bit serendipitous with a few things. I was, I did a lot of rowing back in high school.
Okay.
And so, and wasn't too shabby at it. And a few coaches from Harvard actually got in contact with me to kind of think about applying overseas. And I wasn't hugely interested, mainly just because I didn't really know too much about how the whole American college system worked. But yeah, a few things just kind of aligned, and I sort of just decided relatively last minute that I would apply, and then managed to sort of get in. So that's kind of how that all happened.
That's so cool. What were you studying while you were there?
So I studied film production, because that was the other thing, is I wasn't really sure what I was going to study, and then as I became more knowledgeable about the whole sort of liberal arts degree, and it kind of didn't really seem like that the specifics of what you studied locked you into doing anything after school. So I was kind of like, well, I just want to do the most enjoyable thing and the most fun thing. So I just, did film production and spent most of my time, writing and making film.
That's awesome, man. And so you make music, you're really good at the whole music thing too. So like, walk me through that, man. Like, how did you get into playing music? And then like, how did you, make the decision that you were going to go all in on this?
Yeah, I mean, it's something that I've been doing my whole life. And, I played piano and saxophone, guitar growing up. And then, probably at around 10 or 11, started messing around with, there was some computers at school that had Logic Pro, which is this music making software, so to speak. And so I was mucking around on that from a pretty young age, and then always, putting down various tunes and making little bits and bobs here and there. And then, just kept doing that more and more, and then put out a few things under a different name, actually called Luther, which I thought was pretty cool at the time. That was back when I was a teenager. And then, it's just been ticking away, all the time. And then I feel pretty good about now at a stage to just like really put everything into it, because, I just feel that that's what I want to do. So that's been, it's been good just really focusing on that these days.
Yeah, absolutely. And where does a lot of your sound come from? Like, who are some of the big influences, maybe newer stuff and kind of dating back to your childhood that has, been incorporated into what is your current sound today?
Yeah, it's, I think a pretty obvious one is pretty big Tame Impala fan.
Yeah. What'd you think, by the way, what'd you think of the new release? Because Patience came out like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Look, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan whatever that guy does. I think he's pretty elite in how he goes about things. And I'm a fan. I mean, I think obviously some people are maybe a bit disappointed that he hasn't sort of returned to a bit more of a like sort of grungier sounds that his earlier albums were. But like, I'm actually a big fan of the kind of more lean to the pop and the disco and all of that. I think I think keep on doing what you're doing. So Kevin Parker's obviously a pretty big influence. But I was thinking about this, not too long ago. I think I have some kind of random influences that I would say, particularly in stuff I'm working on now, like, even though I don't listen to them much, like lots of like Coldplay, honestly, growing up. Like, nice. I think it's probably just the sort of the really big, like the big sounds, like these big sounding guitars and like space. Like, it sounds like, all of what they play sounds like it's being, spit out into a stadium. And I think that's something that I definitely definitely really resonates with me. Just like these big songs and big tracks that, just don't sound like they've just been recorded in a room. So, and then, I don't know, I feel like most things I listen to, I definitely just take little pieces here and there, and they sort of find their way into my song somehow.
Very cool. Well, so today we've got a song called Cool, which you guys might be familiar with. It is a Gwen Stefani cover. So kind of walk me through this, man. Like, how did you make the decision to cover this song and put this spin on it? Like, can you just tell me a little bit about the track?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is a kind of strange thing. This was in January that I was just packing up my bags to leave Melbourne to go back to LA, and I literally hadn't heard this original in 10 years, or probably, and then that it just came into my head, and I actually for about 2 days, or like was just thinking to myself, like, what is that song? Like, I actually don't know what it's called. And then I just remembered one of the lyrics and then typed it into Google, came up with that. I'm like, oh shit, it's that one. And then I don't know, I just had that idea for the cover and then just put it down pretty quickly. But there was no further impetus than that. No general attraction previously to the song, but it was just, I don't know, just popped into my head, and then wanted to get that idea down.
Awesome. Yeah, and I think it turned out really well, dude. I think it's a cool, unique spin on it. And it comes in conjunction, in partnership with a very fun music video, which features you sitting with or standing in this really glorious field holding a bag of God knows what. Can you tell us what's in the bag? Because I'm looking on YouTube and all of the comments are like, dude, what is in the bag? Can you disclose what is in the bag?
DJ, unfortunately, I cannot disclose what's in the bag. That is, that's top classified information. And, I'll let there be a war raging on in the comments to discern what it actually is.
That's genius marketing, man. I like it. Well, hopefully after we end this interview, you can spill the beans a little bit, because I am very curious. But for everyone else out there, watch the music video, come to your own conclusions. Keep badgering Strath on the comments. Maybe someday he'll cave and tell us what is in the bag. I feel maybe. Brad Pitt right now in what's that movie where he's like, "What's in the box?" So Seven.
Yeah.
Oh man, you're doing it to us. All right, well, let's jump into it. This is a song called "Cool" by Strath. It is a Gwen Stefani cover. Here it is.
It's hard to remember how it felt before. Now I found the love of my life. Past as things get more comfortable, everything
right, so that was Cool by Strath. Really cool stuff, man. So how did you, so you have obviously a production background. Did you have a pretty large role in filming the music video, or did you kind of hand that off to the guy you partnered up with on it?
Yeah, so I teamed up with a mate there, Kenny Okagaki, who is pretty experienced in the whole music video production world, and we sort of came up with the concept together. And then, but when we were on set, I just gave him the ropes, and he handled things, and that was great to just not have to put on two hats at once. There, he was great to work with.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's really good stuff. It's a really well done video. It's definitely sunshine on a cloudy day. It's a very vibrant backdrop with like these. What kind of flowers are they that are all over the place?
They're poppies.
Okay, yeah. So it's just a gorgeous setup. There's like people making out and stuff as he's holding this mysterious bag. So it's just a feel good. It's a feel good music video, and it's a really feel good song. And I think it's a really awesome take on it, dude. So well done.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So you said you're working on a lot of releases. Like, what can we expect from you over the next year in terms of music and maybe shows, stuff like that? Anything you can kind of tease us with here?
Yeah, so a little. I think so I'll probably be releasing one single in the next couple of months, and I'm just trying to finalise at this stage. And then maybe thinking about like a few track EP later in the year, and then time that in with some performances around LA and around California. So definitely hoping to have a pretty busy 2019.
Awesome, man. Well, so in terms of, the LA community, and, maybe even thinking back to some of your classmates at Harvard, are there any other kind of under the radar artists that you want to give a shout out to that you think deserve to be heard off the top of your head? Yeah, I've
got a couple. One is my mate who actually shot the music video, Kenny Okagaki. He releases music under the stage name Yens. That's YENS. He's doing some great things. And also, shout out to another one of my mates called Cassowary is his stage name. He performs with a band. They're like huge jazz influence. They're just unreal to watch perform. So, highly recommend checking them out. They're pretty busy on their performing level right now. So yeah, definitely check both those guys out.
Awesome. I love it, dude. So where can people find you? How can people stay in touch with you, communicate with you, find your music, things like that?
Yeah, so music you should be able to find anywhere. It's on all streaming platforms and whatnot. But and then check me out on Instagram at Strath Official, and between wherever you listen to music and my Instagram, should be able to keep updated.
Wonderful, dude. Well, I'm excited. I can't wait to hear the new single that's going to come out in a few months, and the EP and stuff like that. I think you're definitely onto something here, and it's a lot of fun, dude. I'm excited to see where the world continues to take you, dude. Yeah, thanks so much, DJ. It was great to chat. Absolutely, yeah. Thanks so much for coming on, dude. Have a wonderful day. Thanks, mate. You too.